And one. Go ahead.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this month's meeting of the South Florida Young Living Teams. Normally, we have this meeting in Deerfield Beach, but because of the way things are nowadays, this is where we are. We're live to you on Zoom, and we're really excited to be doing this. This is our first live Zoom, so I'm glad you all could join us. This is just awesome. So I'm just share my screen here. I can do that.
Whoops.
There. That clear? Everybody see that? Right. So before we actually get started, I just would like to say on behalf of all of our team, actually, that we wish the very best for all of you. We're keeping you all in our thoughts and our prayers as we all try to stay safe and healthy. And that's really why we're doing this tonight, especially this topic tonight with everything that's going on. We want to have ways to keep ourselves healthy and safe and without the use of toxic chemicals. And we're so blessed in Young Living to have so many amazing options. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to talk about chemicals, and we're going to talk about why you need to know about them and why they can be harmful to us and how. We're going to share some information about some of the most common chemicals that are out there that are in so many of the products that we use. And we're going to talk about why they're just not good, and how they affect us and where you can find them. And it's the first step in getting rid of them from your home. We're going to talk about just some simple steps that you can start today to detoxify your home and get rid of the toxic chemicals. And we're going to talk about also the fact that this is doable. It can seem overwhelming when you think about, oh my gosh, all the stuff I've got to change and get rid of. It is totally doable. And we're going to show you some really good, simple steps. And we're also going to talk about why you need to do it now. So the sad truth is that there are chemicals everywhere in our home. They're just obviously in the cleaning products that we use. They're in our personal care, the things we put on our bodies, our makeup, even in the things we cook our food in, for heaven's sake. There's chemicals everywhere. And the science is showing us more and more that the exposure to these kinds of chemicals is a contributing factor to many diseases. So they can negatively impact our own health, and they certainly impact the environment as well. So we're all talking about keeping our homes clean, especially right now. But keeping a clean home is more than just, what drives me crazy is when I hear people say, oh, I love when my home smells like Clorox. It just smells so clean. And the dryer sheets, my clothes don't smell clean unless I've got the dryer sheet smell. And it's all chemicals. So we need to keep our homes clean. It's really important all the time, especially now. But it's important to do it in a safe way. So back in 1976, there was this thing called the Toxic Substance Control Act. And this was an attempt to regulate the safe use of toxic chemicals in consumer products. And it was a good step, but it had some loopholes so that the manufacturers of chemicals, for instance, they were allowed to not divulge everything that's in the products that they produce. And that's not a really great thing, because when you're trying to figure out what it is in the products that you're using, you want to be able to read it on the label and know everything that's in there. And that was not the case. It also put the burden of proof on the government to prove that a substance was toxic. The companies did not have to prove that they were safe in order to get them on the market. So it's sort of a backward kind of a thing, but that's why we have so many chemicals out there. Nearly 20% of the 80,000 chemicals that are commonly used, 20% of them, we don't even know what they are. So 40 years later, I think it's significant that it took 40 years for it to happen. We had another act. It was the Frank Lautenberg Chemical Safety Act, and that closed some of the loopholes, and it made it more difficult for the chemical companies to keep things hidden. but it didn't really go far enough. And it's going to be a long time before all of the chemicals that we use are really looked at for their safety. And the bottom line is that a lot of the stuff, the chemicals that are in the substances we use every day, are not safe. So our generations are facing chemical threats that our parents never even imagined and our grandparents never imagined. And the fact is that there are more than 80,000 new chemicals that have been developed since World War II. And most of them have never existed before. And most of them haven't really been tested for safety. And the danger is that they're threatening to our health. We absorb them, we breathe them in with the air that we breathe, we put them on our bodies, we ingest them in food, in the things that we cook our food in. The mass production of them, it's just astounding. Over 4 billion pounds of toxic chemicals are released into our nation's environment every year. That's just incredible. And 72 million of those pounds are recognized as carcinogens. It's really scary. And there's not enough studies being done. And there really aren't enough people in the EPA even to do the studies. We use pesticides, and we down here in South Florida know a lot about pests. We have some really weird bugs down here. But in gardens and homes, even in our schools where our children are, and in our churches, everywhere, we use pesticides. And we know that they're not particularly safe for us. Environmentally, all these chemicals, they don't just get washed away. They persist. And some of these can last for decades. Some of them can last for centuries, and they're in our environment. They're polluting our environment, and they don't go away. This was a very startling statistic for me. More than 200 high-volume synthetic chemicals can be found in the bodies of nearly all Americans, including newborn infants, it's just a stunning fact to me. I read somewhere there's over 120 chemicals that have been detected in the cord blood, the umbilical cord blood of newborn babies. So our babies are being born at a disadvantage right off the bat. They've got these chemicals, and their little bodies are going to have to fight it over and over. And many of the chemicals that are in the environment are harmful to brain development, especially to young children and fetuses. So not a great situation. So they are dangerous. And a prime example, you probably remember triclosan. Not too long ago, is 2016, it was banned in the United States. It's something that was in things that were labeled as antibacterial. They were in hand sanitizers and antibacterial soaps. And it was banned because they finally realized that it was an endocrine disruptor that's messing with our hormones. So what they did was they banned it in antibacterial products for consumer use, but not in the use for hospitals, and not for the use by restaurants and food service. So it's still out there, and we can still find triclosan in some toothpaste and some acne products and other personal care products. So it's still around. So it's hard to get rid of all this stuff. So this cracks me up. Sometimes I hear this, people say, oh, it's just a little amount, and I've been using them for years and I'm fine. Well, there is this thing called bioaccumulation. And our bodies work very hard. Our bodies are magnificently made to keep us healthy and strong. And we're able to break down a lot of the toxins, but not all of them. And what happens is with all the different toxins that get in our bodies, it puts a lot of stress on the liver, and it can lead to a whole bunch of other problems with the gut. And we see this coming out in skin eruptions. So it builds up. That's really the point. Bioaccumulation, we also call it body burden. And this is over time, just that little bit, it's only a little bit in the perfume, only a little bit in my shampoo. It gets built up in the body, in the cells. And the example that I saw was that if you were a glass of water and you kept pouring liquid into it, it would overflow. And so what happens is you're fine until you're not. And that's the result of bioaccumulation. So this is all very depressing, right? I got to deliver all the bad news. But Debbie is going to now share with us some simple things that we can do to start to get the toxins out of our homes and keep ourselves clean and safe in a very safe, healthy, and non-toxic way. So I will stop sharing my screen, if I can get up here, and turn it over to Deb.
So let me unmute. Okay.
You're unmuted.
I'm unmuted. Okay, so now how do I share my screen from here? Do you have any clue?
Yeah, Deb, on the bottom, you'll see a little green thing that says share your screen.
Yes, yes, yes.
Go ahead.
Okay.
And then
All
you can
right.
choose your screen to share. There you go.
Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Here we go. Share. Thank you. Okay, let's go back to where we were just finishing off with. Darby was here, right? Small amount. So what can we do, right? What can we do? Here we are. So, okay, so hello, sorry, took me a second to get settled. So there's all kinds of things we can do. Thank you, Darby, for actually sharing all the bad news. I get to share all the good, fun stuff. So I appreciate you doing that, Dar. But one really important thing I want to mention is when you get a chance, download the app Think Dirty. We'll put it in the chat at some point, but it's called Think Dirty. It's an app you get on the App Store, and you can go in there and put in all kinds of products and chemicals and actually scan them when you're walking through your store or in your own house, and it tells you how healthy they are for you to use. So really, really good app, Think Dirty. So get that, and then also there's also the EWG, which is the Environmental Working Group, is a great website to go and to learn and educate yourself from there. So those are two really good spots to start. So we're going to start with like simple changes, just like Darby said, it doesn't have to be overwhelming. You can see little things to do every single day. So let's see, avoiding all the contacts. So here I'm going to show you this dirty dozen list. This is like really scary. And so many of these products, SLS, you'll see towards the end, the sodium lauryl sulfate is in so many products, and that is so bad for us. It really messes with our endocrine system. It really is a horrible product to have, and it is so many products. So we're going to move on to taking action. So what are we going to do? The first thing I love is our Thieves Cleaner. And I think this is gonna, washing our hands, right? What are they telling us now? Everybody wash your hands. Everybody's saying that. But so many of these soaps that you find at all the other stores have all kinds of chemicals in them. So you gotta watch what you're doing with those. Make my screen bigger. Okay, let's see. This? I don't know. Somebody's telling me to make my screen bigger. Oh, let's see. Okay, hold on, guys. Thank you for your patience. How do I do this? Screen? Nope. Ah! I don't know what I'm doing, guys. Does that look right? Or no? I appreciate you all.
Debbie, just go ahead. You're using a Mac, are you?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Can you show the slide? Can you do the slideshow?
Play.
There you go. That's it.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you,
Perfect.
Catherine.
Yep.
Yay! Thank you. Okay. So just like everybody's saying we need to do is like wash our hands, and you got to watch what you're washing your hands with. It's crazy, but so many of those soaps have so many chemicals in it, and you're really doing your body harm by washing your hands so much. And using like the wet mop, what I love to do, and I'm going to move right on to my cleaner here. How do I go to the next screen? Enter? Yes. Okay. All right. We're going to talk, sorry. We're going to talk about Thieves Oil. So Thieves Oil is a whole line of Thieves products. And thieves oil is one of the best things to be using right now, especially because it builds our immune system and it supports our immune system so we stay strong and healthy. That is huge right now with what we're doing. And what is in Thieves? In Thieves, we have clove. Is one of the main products of Thieves, and it's got eugenol in it. And you're like, okay, what is eugenol? Well, eugenol is actually a phenol, and a phenol is actually it's stronger than alcohols. It has therapeutic properties. It also has antiseptic properties and anti-infectious properties. Extremely, it supports and stimulates the immune system, and also it stimulates the nervous system. And that's just clove. That's one of the oils within Thieves. Then you have rosemary that's in there as well, and that's also really good for keeping your body strong. And it's also really good for your hair, to grow your hair, and helps keep your memory strong. So, and that's in rosemary is in there. And then we also have lemon, which is really good for antioxidants, has many antioxidants in it. And then eucalyptus radius, which supports the your lung system and your respiratory system. So all those oils are super important. They're great. You can use the Thieves in your diffuser. So it's going into your air, and it's keeping your air really strong and healthy. So when you're taking it in and you're breathing, it's getting into your lungs and it's keeping you nice and healthy. I use it every single day in my house. You can put it on the bottom of your feet. Any oil that you put on your feet goes right through your body within seconds. So you're keeping your body nice and strong by using it that way. We have the Vitality line, and you see here, right here is the white label. And that one is our ingestible oil. And you can drop that underneath your tongue. And that will help keep your body nice and strong and keep your immune system nice and strong. Especially now, it's so important that we take that extra step to take care of ourselves and keep ourselves nice and strong and healthy, because you don't know what we're going to be running into. So those are just a few ways to use our Thieves oil. And then we're talking about all the different Thieves lines. There's a huge line. It goes from toothpaste to house cleaners and detergents and dental floss, mouthwash, and they all have no sulfate lauryl, the SLS that I was talking about, which is super important. There's no fluoride, which fluoride's great for your cavities, but it's really not good for your body. So there's none of that in there. There's no dyes, there's no synthetics, there's no preservatives. So you can see, you can read the list of all these things that these products are free of, which is super important for us today, because all those things compromise our immune system. So by not having those products in our products that we use every day, then we're not compromising our immune system as much. So here is the Thieves cleaner. I love this stuff. I use it everywhere. Before they actually started the whole Thieves line, I was using it from my fruit all the way to my toilets. I use everything to clean it. It breaks down. It's comes as a concentrate. So you only use like 1 cup to like a quart of water. And I buy those quarts over at the Dollar Tree, and they're just great. Just use purified water to mix it with. And on the back of the bottle, you'll see it'll tell you different strengths depending on whether you're cleaning your shower or you're using it for your fruit or any other product that you're using, you know, anything else you're cleaning with. I use it on my floor. I use the mop, what is called the Shark. So I spray my Thieves on the floor and then I Shark. So I love using it for that. It smells great, and it's got really strong power in it that it's going to kill all the cooties and keep us all healthy. And it's not going to hurt us while we're using it, which is the beauty of it. When you're washing your floors, your kids or your babies or your animals are not getting any kind of chemical into their body when they're using it. So it is just a fabulous product. I hand it out to just about everybody. I couldn't imagine my life without that Thieves cleaner in my house, especially now, more important than ever. I carry it in my car. I use it when I'm leaving the stores. I take it with me when the gym was open. I would go to the gym and bring it with me at the gym and use it on all the machines there. I never liked the product that they had. So I would take it there. So it's really limitless what you can do with this one product. And you'll see it's super cost effective. I think it comes to like $1.17 or something like that a bottle, once you break it down. So every household should have a bottle of Thieves Cleaner in it, at least one. So I'll move on from here. This is the big bottle of Thieves Cleaner that you can also, it's the heavy duty one that you can buy. And it lasts so long. I've actually never came to the point of actually buying this one. I always buy the little ones. Oh, and I should tell you, I gotta go, can I go back? Anyway, the other bottle, the smaller bottle, I take the top that I get at the Dollar Tree and I put it on top of the leftover bottle here, like this. Can you see me here? So this is an old Thieves bottle that's empty. I finished it up. So now I put water in here and cleaner, and I took a spray top that I got from one of those quart bottles at the Dollar Tree, and it fits perfectly on this bottle. So now I have this little Thieves Cleaner, and I carry this. I use them all the time. I leave this one in my kitchen, on my counter. It's in the bathroom. It's in my car. It goes to the gym with me. And people, when I'm spraying this in the gym, see this. I'm like, whoa, what's that? You know, smells great. So this is a great way of using your bottles. Don't get rid of them. So I love my Thieves, as you can tell. Here it is. All you need is one bottle. Like I said, you can do everything from it. Floors, carpets, light cleaning, heavy tuning, showers. My kids bring it to college and use it in their dorms and spray down their sheets. And it's just a really, really good. The teachers use them on their boards, the whiteboards at school. And it just goes on and on. It's really limitless what you can do with this product. I haven't been watching my time. So here, 29 bottles. Isn't that amazing? 29 16 bottles out of this one little guy right here. That's just insane. That is absolutely crazy how reasonable that is. I mean, it's cheaper than buying Windex, you know, and Windex is horrible for us. And you clean, it does a great job on your windows and on your mirrors. So it's a great, great product. I can't say enough about it, to be honest. You can tell. And now here we are, the Thieves hand soap. Right, love this little stuff, and it has a refill bottle. It comes in a big refill bottle too, so you get 3 of these in a package, and then you can refill this, and it gets all foamy, and it's very, very cool. And it has all the products and all the things, like I was saying, with cloves, eucalyptus, lemon, cinnamon bark, and rosemary are all in this little bottle, and so you're washing your hands with good, clean stuff that's supporting your immune system. So it's just good stuff. It cleans, it purifies, it's, what can I tell you? It's awesome, awesome, awesome. So where am I going from here? Let's see. Yeah. Oh, our little hand purifier, right? This stuff is great. And you know, there's a tiny little red mark on now what they have on the bottle. I don't know if you can see it. Where's my mirror? Anyway, it says 99% kills 99.9% bacteria. Okay, we now actually have that on our label, which is really exciting that you can say that. This stuff, if you've never used it, feels fabulous on your hands. It smells like peppermint and thieves all together. It feels great, and it's killing all the germs. I hope that was compliant. And it's not harming you. And when you go to put this on your hands and then you go to eat a sandwich, you're not eating all kinds of chemicals. Whereas if you use other products that are over the counter, other hand sanitizers, it's full of chemicals. So you use that and then you go eat lunch and you're picking up your sandwich and now you're ingesting chemicals. But here, this is fully safe. Smells great, and it's protecting your body all the way around too. So it's just an amazing product to have in your home. The Thieves little spray, I don't have one right here with me, but that's great to carry in your purse. It's just a junior Thieves, and great for when you're going into public restrooms or you go into Publix and you want to spray the handrail down. Really, really good. And then the Thieves wipes, always fabulous to have. I actually make my own Thieves wipes too with paper towels and Thieves cleaner, and I put them in a Tupperware, and boom. So I get a little bit more economical with that. I think they're out of stock now too. So if you can't get the Thieves wipes, you can make your own Thieves wipes with your own Thieves cleaner in just a little Tupperware and some paper towels, and you're good to go. So, and then you can keep those in a Ziploc bag or a Tupperware and keep them in your car, especially now if you're out and about and you're going to the stores or anywhere you want to protect yourself. So 3 fabulous products. I hope I gave them justice. And then we're moving on to toothpaste. Let me see if Jen is going to pick up from here. Okay, I'm going to talk about toothpaste. I love the toothpaste. Aroma Bright is my absolute favorite. I have not tried the whitening one yet. Last time I tried to get it, it was out of stock, but I love it. And to be honest, my kids were like, I don't like this at the beginning. Now they love it. And she was in college the other day and was running out and went to the store and was like, I can't use this regular toothpaste. She is so used to using Thieves toothpaste that she doesn't want to even use anything over the counter. So I have to make sure I always send her to school now, to college, with an extra bottle or an extra tube of toothpaste. And the mouthwash is amazing, as well as it has cordial silver in it and spearmint, and really, really good for your gums. Oh, and when we're talking about with your teeth, you can use the Thieves Vitality and put it in a little bit coconut oil, and you can swish and do, what do they call that? I'm losing my words here. You actually cleans your gums and it pulls all the impurities out of your gums. So you can do that with just coconut oil, but I actually mix it up, the coconut oil and Thieves, and I swish with that, and it gets all the impurities and the junk out of your gums. Really, really great trick if anybody has any gum issues. A really, really good thing to use. Love the toothpaste line, and as crazy as it sounds, but I love the Ultra Aromadome. No, it's the Dentarome Ultra, right? It's a little bit thicker than most of the toothpaste. You know how I use it? I use it for deodorant. I take a tiny little bit on my finger and give it a little, and good to go. Don't do that right after you shave, because woo, it's pepperminty, but it really works. It's amazing, and I love it. And it's like the other regular deodorant, like, helps pull out the toxins. Like, I'm just trying to keep myself smelling good. So I love the toothpaste, the Aroma, the Ultra, right? It's the Dentarome Ultra. It's the one with the blue on it. That one is like, so that's what I use that one for. I don't brush my teeth with that one. I use that with my deodorant. But yeah, so there's all kinds of uses for all this stuff, right? So yep, that's our toothpaste line. We also have dental floss as well. So there's a whole dental line. We have I have a sister friend, or she's in our line next to us, Joy, who's a local dentist, and she only uses Thieves products in her office. She swears by them, and it just speaks volumes to know that a dentist does not hand you a little thing of Crest or any other toothpaste from the stores when you walk out and get your teeth cleaned. It's a really great, great product, and all about keeping your gums healthy, and you know what you're swallowing. There's no fluoride in there. I heard a story about a lady that she used to train truckers and to drive trucks across the state. And one of the people she was talking to said that a truck actually went into a lake, and it was a fluoride truck, and it went into the lake and it killed all the fish. So just think about that. And we're putting fluoride, we're putting in our mouths with regular toothpaste. So move on. That's one thing you can do to change your whole life, just by changing your toothpaste. Will make a huge difference in your whole body, because your gums are so porous, it goes right through your body within seconds. So make that switch. Super easy to do. And where are we? Oh, and shows you this screen. I probably should have been showing this to you, but that we have a lot of different toothpaste. I've tried the kid one too. It's okay. It's kind of fruity. I'm not really a fruity girl, but if you got a kid that likes the fruity stuff, it's a great way to start. So really, really good. We've got a full line of different toothpastes to check out. And I believe you can find this, if not on the website, we can share this with you. If somebody wants it, just let us know and we can share this. This whole slideshow actually is on your virtual office. You can go there and find it. If I'm going to tell you now because I'm thinking about it. But if you go into your virtual office, you go to Member Resources, and then you go into products and you'll see thieves or healthy home, and then there's thieves, and this is where the presentation is. If you can't find it, reach out to one of us and we'll direct you to where that is. So you can basically take this home and share this with your family and friends. If you're a business builder, you can take this same exact thing and you can do this in your living room when we are allowed to socialize again, and you can share this presentation just like we are, and educate more people on the great products that we have that keep our bodies and our homes safe. And Aroma Bright. Yep, that's the one I was talking about. That's my favorite. See, no fluoride, no dyes, no synthetic perfumes, no SLS. It's awesome stuff. And the dish soap. I think I'm going to take off from here. I think Jen's going to pick up from here. Jen Freeland, she's another gal that's, I believe she's a gold member. She's one of the girls that just hooked up with us. I met her at the Silver Retreat and didn't know she lived right here in Boca. So she's kind of joined us up. And so there's like 5 different teams that run the meeting on Thursday evenings. So she's going to jump on tonight and share the rest of the slideshow. Thank you so much for coming tonight. I really, really appreciate it. I hope I didn't talk too fast. I have a tendency to do that, or too long, but I love you all. Any questions, please reach out. Mwah! I'm going to turn it over.
Hey everyone, so I'm Jen Freeland, like Debbie said, so I hope that you've been enjoying your time so far. So like Debbie said, this presentation is online, and we'll go over some steps of how to get access to all of this so that you can share it with your friends, because all of this whole lifestyle, the whole goal of it is to help others to gain the same, be empowered and be able to make good choices. So I'm going to share my screen. Sorry?
Yeah,
Debbie, you need to stop sharing your screen.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to do that.
On the bottom.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Right on the bottom there, Debbie.
Yep, there's nothing on my bottom.
There should be.
It's on the top. There's
Okay.
play, stop, resume, share, stop, share. There we go. I got it to work.
Perfect.
It wasn't, my mouse wasn't working. Sorry about that, guys.
That's okay.
There we go.
All right, so I'm going to share my screen. If I can figure out this one. Okay. I don't know why the picture's not showing up. You can't see the actual soap, can you? No, you not see the soap? I'm going to show you the soap. I don't know why the pictures aren't showing up, but so we've got, and now can you see that? The dish soap? My virtual background is being funny. I don't know, pretend the picture's there. I'm sorry about that. But all of the Thieves products that we've shared and talked about are all plant-based, right? So all of these naturally derived ingredients are what's going to leave our dishes and our plates, everything like that, fresh and clean. And why that's important, a lot of times people think, well, why does it matter, right? Where it's just a plate, but everything that we're putting on our plate, our food sitting in there, and then we're putting it into our bodies. So in the beginning, when Darby was talking about that bioaccumulation, these are all little things that lead up to that. So sometimes in our bodies, we think, oh, what's the big deal? I just did it once or twice, but it's over time. So sometimes people's systems are sensitive enough to react to that 1 or 2 times. And sometimes it takes years for it to build up for your body to say enough is enough, right? So these little choices that we make every day make a big difference. And that's why we can't control every, toxic exposure in our lives, but we can control what we allow in our homes. So that's why we're focusing on this Thieves, this healthy home. So again, free of all chemicals, dyes, synthetics. Everything's infused with Young Living's essential oils. So this particular, the soap, has Thieves, jade lemon, bergamot, and other plant-based ingredients, and they're going to help to leave your dishes really clean. I always like to mention that this whole lifestyle and the Young Living products that we have we have a lot of great products that Debbie shared, like a bulk of them, right, with the Thieves Cleaner, and they're all very concentrated. So it works on any budget. You could take these and you could dilute it down to make them last longer if you're needing to. If you're looking at the price tag and thinking, well, that's kind of pricey, and you're comparing it to like dollar store quality soap, then yes, this compared to a dollar bottle of soap is going to seem like a big jump, right? But when we're looking at our health as an investment, and what are we doing to invest in our future self? And when you're looking at investing on the front end of things, then preventative health, these are all the things that we're looking at and saying, this is investment. I'm investing in my health. So rather than reactive care, which is waiting until you're sick and then chasing after it and trying to get well again. So the whole goal of this lifestyle is to stay above that wellness line, right? And to do things that are pouring into our bodies so that when things come around, outside influences come around, right? Any type of bugs or whatever, our bodies are saying, you know, are a well-oiled machine at this point, and they're going to function and stay well. So again, free from any dyes, synthetics, perfumes, preservatives, and that SLS. So if you look on the back of any of your products, a good check, like Deb said, you can go to like the EWG sites, you can go to Think Dirty, pretty much on your ingredient list in the back. If you want to go and check, anything that has fragrance is pretty much a no-go, because they can hide so many things in there. And Darby even touched on how, you know, how old the laws are and all that. Anything that has that SLS, the sodium lauryl sulfates, those are very heavy strippers. So those are all the things that are very toxic and very harsh on our nervous system. If you can mute your line, if you've somehow unmuted yourself. I'm getting feedback from, all right, so next up we have the laundry soap. Are you guys seeing those pictures, or is it just me not seeing them? Because for some reason I can see them on one screen and not on the other. So sorry, I don't know.
Jennifer, we're not seeing the pictures.
Okay, can you see it when I hold it up?
No, maybe remove your background and we can see it better.
Can you see it there?
There you go.
So this is the laundry soap. So again, plant-based formula. It's going to gently and naturally clean your clothes, leaving them truly clean without any of the chemical or synthetic residue. So a lot of times what traditional cleaners do is they're actually putting things into the cleaner that are going to, they're called like optic brighteners that kind of cling to the fabric. And then when the light reflects on it, it makes it look whiter and brighter, right? So it's really not cleaning it. It's just this like optical illusion. But in that, those synthetics, those chemicals, all of those things that are clinging to our fabric, and then we've got them sitting on our clothes, we're sleeping in them, we're, you know, they're on our sheets, our pillows, we're breathing it in. All of that stuff, all of that fragrance, all of that synthetic overload is seeping into our skin. So as we're moving around and we're sweating and we're doing all this stuff, it's coming off of our clothes. So again, sometimes people think, well, what's the big deal? It's just in my washing machine, but then we're putting our clothes on our body. So one of the dirtiest places, if you want to think about it, in our home is where we're doing our laundry. So if you're doing toxic dryer sheets, the dryer sheets are just loaded with tons of fragrance, right? And tons of other chemicals. So if that's the first place that you want to take a baby step and clean some things out, ditch those toxic dryer sheets. This particular month, you can grab some dryer balls for free. Young Living has different promotions that they have each month that you can earn a ton of free stuff. That's one of them. They're ethically and sustainably sourced. The bags are even sewn by some women who were rescued from human trafficking. So if that's something you want to look into a little bit more, we have an amazing foundation that's linked to Young Living that they just do such great things, you know, globally as well as locally. So dryer sheets, definitely ditch those. Grab some balls and just add, you know, lemongrass purification, anything you want to those, and that will, you know, now make your clothes smell nice. And then if you're missing your fabric softener, you could take some white vinegar and add that to your stuff. So this is also going to be safe in your if you have a high efficiency washer. This is very concentrated as well. So another good, like, big question that I get is, how long does this last? So this bottle is, you can see it's like the size of my head. It's not that huge. So typically, if you're used to buying like the conventional, it's like these huge bottles, right? And we think more is better. Most of what they're selling you is water. And when, I don't know about you, but in my washing machine, I add plenty of water, right? So I don't need to be paying for it in my detergent. So that's why these are compact little bottles, because they're wanting to save on the amount of plastic that we're making. They also want to save us money on our shipping so that we're not paying to ship us a ton of water. That's why we have those concentrated products. So with this, on the back of it, it says, you know, different dilution ratios for, so standard load is a half of a capful, right? For a standard wash. And then a quarter of a capful, sure, is for high efficiency washers. I use even a little bit less. And then I think this ends up being, I don't even have the math in front of me. I don't even remember what it is. It's like $29.75 for this bottle. And then if you divide that by the 64 loads, if somebody wants to do the math and put it in the chat, but it's very cost effective when you're comparing apples to apples. Again, this isn't like comparing to dollar store, but if you're comparing it to other green products, very cost effective. And then you can dilute it down even more. So I'm a big believer in making this work for any budget. So reach out to whatever leader, if cost is a concern, reach out to your leaders and be like, hey, I want to use this. Help me to use it. You can take this and you can use it as is, or you can dilute it down even further, or you can, you know, make it, add different things to it to make it more cost effective. All right, so next we have the fruit and veggie soak, which is this bigger one. Here, I'm going to pull it back. So again, super concentrated. This will last you a very long time because this little cap right here, that's what you're using to pour into, right? So what I like to do with my produce is take, depending on how much I have. So I've seen people do it. They fill up their entire sink. They throw everything in there that they've gotten. They put their cap full in, they let it soak, and then rinse it off, and you're good to go. And if you haven't seen these yet, you can probably Google this, but you can do a comparison. A lot of people did these. Did anybody see this broccoli challenge that people did? And they washed the broccoli with just water, and then they washed it with the Thieves fruit and veggie soak, and you could visibly see how much more vibrant the broccoli was that was in the veggie soak. It is a very impressive product that we came out with a few years ago. So again, naturally derived ingredients, cleansing power. It has Thieves essential oil in it to help wash the produce. So even if I get this too, well, what about I use organic produce, so why do I need this product? So even if you're using organic produce, there's still people that are touching your fruit and vegetables, right? There may have been 50 people that touched it in the store. So especially like anytime, but especially in these times when we're more conscious of who's been touching our stuff, what's been touched on our stuff, we want to make sure we get it home, clean it off. And then it also is going to make it last longer. So when you've got it clean, you've dried it, you store it properly, it's going to last you a little bit longer. So this is great. The soak is great when you have a big amount of produce that you're dealing with. It also has digest and purification in there. So digest has a probiotic factor to it. So it's really just going to help, again, with your gut, just helping to keep everything nice and clean. So there's actually, there's something called, I'm probably going to say this wrong, decyl glucoside, and it's a plant-based surfactant used in many of these products. Okay, it's a plant-derived ingredient, and it helps to remove dirt, wax, and other surface impurities. So on a lot of our produce, organic or not, it has a lot of this built on it to either prolong the life of it or just to protect it in shipping. So we want to make sure that all that's off of there. So this is a great product to do that. So again, you're just going to pour a little capful, you're going to let it soak for about a minute, and then you rinse and you're good to go. A little trick that I like to do when I have a smaller amount, I take one bowl and I put a colander inside of it. I throw my produce in there, I put the water, I add the capful, I let it soak, and then all I have to do is lift the colander out, rinse it off, and move it over, and you'll be amazed what you see what's left behind in that bowl. I've seen bugs in there, I've seen all sorts of dirt and crud and craziness that I'm very glad that I chose to wash it off. So next up, we have what's called the Thieves Fruit and Veggie Spray. So this is just a convenience thing if you're on the go, if you're somebody that eats out a lot, or you're, you know, out working and you're grabbing, you know, a piece of fruit really quick, you know, and you're on the go and you can't go home and clean it off. You can just whip this out of your purse, spray that on there really quickly. It's a convenient size. So it's great for single servings when you're away from home, like I said. So you can keep this like in a picnic basket if you need. It's small, portable, convenient to use at home, at school. It's 2 ounces, right? So it's a little bit bigger than the Thieves spray bottle. In a carry-on, anything like that. So with just a few spritzes, you can just spray this right on your fruit, wipe it off, and you don't have to worry about washing it off. It's formulated to just use right away. So this has lime essential oil and Thieves, and they do not affect the taste. That's another question I've gotten before. Does this, you know, affect how my produce is tasting? So it does not affect how your produce is tasting. And again, all natural, clean ingredients there. So the dishwasher detergent, which unfortunately did not get brought into me, but it's in a bag that says Thieves dishwasher detergent on it. So you can just use your imagination there. But the dish soap is a proprietary blend of biodegradable cleansing agents and enzymes that remove even the toughest grease and baked on food. Sorry, not the soap, the detergent. They have it typed wrong there. So it has the detergent that you're going to put in your dishwasher, right? So this one, the soap, you're not going to put this in your dishwasher. This will create a lot of bubbles that are going to come out of your dishwasher. This is like your soap for on top of the counter for cleaning, hand washing your dishes. The detergent that comes in a bag that's just like a powder scoop, that's what you're going to put in your dishwasher, okay? So it's going to effectively clean your dishes without, again, the chemicals, dyes, synthetics. It's using Thieves, lemongrass, and orange, and other plant-based ingredients to leave your dishes really clean. So there's natural surfactants. There's no artificial dyes. It's phosphate-free, safe, sustainable formulation. It removes dried-on food. It's environmentally friendly. So the soap berries are the cleansing agent that Young Living uses in this product. They're wild harvested by hand from trees found in the forest of Nepal. So they grow in the wild without the use of chemicals, fertilizers, or pesticides. They're hardy trees and they're resistant to disease and insects naturally. So that's why we don't need to be putting a lot of these harsh chemicals on it. So it's clean in nature, and that's what they're using as the power behind that. So it's safe to use in all automatic dishwashers. It comes in an ultra concentrated formula. So again, you're just going to be using like a little tablespoon per load. So a lot of times with this lifestyle, we have to shift our mindset, right? Less is more, and follow those guidelines because they're there for a reason. They come out spotless with no chemical taste or food particles. Use a half tablespoon for regular loads, or if you have soft water, okay? And it's tablespoon if you have dirty loads or hard water. You can do between 16 to 32 loads of dishes with one bag. If you find, there has been some feedback. Some people, this is one product that there's been a lot of debate back and forth. Some people love it and some people don't love it. And I think a lot of it has to do with the hard water versus the soft water. So if you're somebody that you use it and you find, you know what, this isn't really working with my particular dishwasher or with my particular water, reach out again to your upline and see what adjustments you can make, because there are plenty of them that people, you can Google it, that people have done to adjust this to make it work in their home, okay? And there's even DIYs that, you know, if you really feel like it's not working, depending on the hardness of your water. Another like hack, all of these products have a lot of like hacks that you can do that outside of their norm. And one of them is that people love the dishwasher detergent to clean their toilets. So you can put a scoopful, you know, like a tablespoonful in your toilet, swish that around, and it'll help to get a lot of that, if you have any of that lime buildup or anything like that. So that's a little added bonus there.
All right, bye.
I think we're good there. So, okay. So again, with all of this, it's not, sorry. Oh, I just realized, I'm sorry, that this is not, I'm clicking through them on my other screen and it has not been, that's why it's not showing. I'm sorry. That's why I have two monitors and it's been switching up top. So there are the pictures. So that was the soak. Everybody see that? That was the picture of the veggie spray. I don't know why that picture is not showing, but the detergent. Okay, so the whole goal of this lifestyle. So if most people on here are already members that are enjoying all of the benefits that we have that come with our wholesale account. If you're not yet a member, the way that we keep this lifestyle affordable a lot of the time is these concentrated products that we have that we can make it fit in our budget, right? It's not about spending more, it's about spending better. And what we mean by that is we're switching over where we're already getting stuff. Most homes spend between $50 and $150 per month on personal care products, on cleaning products, makeup, even some food items like pasta and proteins and supplements and vitamins, like all these things. Young Living has close to 800 products that we can choose from. So the whole goal is not to be adding to your budget, it's just to be choosing better where you're spending your dollars, right? So a lot of times I love the idea of using natural products, but I'm on a budget. Or, yeah, I really looked into that and I think it's great, but I think it costs too much money. So to one, I'm going to push back and say, mindset, right? What's your goal? If you're coming into this and your goal is to focus on preventative health, focus on being well, on staying well, then you're going to need to make some changes, right, in your home. And the home is the best place to start. So start low, go slow, and work within your budget. Look at your budget. Look at what you're about to spend at Amazon, at Target, at wherever store you shop normally, and say, okay, I was about to buy some laundry soap, and I was about to buy some hand soap, and I was about to buy some cereal this month, right? And now go into your own wholesale store. So it's like having a big box store like Costco, right? You have your own wholesale store, you have your own account, and you go in there and you order what you need. Now, the best way to do that is to get on their loyalty program, and then you're going to be earning 10 to 25% back. So whoever goes up to Target and they're like, hey, want to earn 5% back on your red card, right? Or we have cash back options on our credit cards, and those are all great. So if Target said to you, hey, you spent $100 today, I'm going to give you a $25 gift card to go spend and get some more free stuff. Would you turn it down? Probably not, right? So same thing with Young Living. Or if they said, hey, thank you so much for shopping here for the past 3 months. Here's a free gift. Would you be like, nah, that's okay, keep it? Right? That would sound crazy. Or if Target said, hey, thank you so much for shopping here. If you tell a friend and they come and shop here, I'm gonna, give you a $25 gift card or $50 gift card. Would you be like, nah, you can keep your $50. Some of you may, but some of you are like, that sounds pretty good. So that's what Young Living does. So Young Living isn't in stores, it's all online. And the goal of that is that they have more control over their products, right? So that they can keep that seed to seal. That's what sets Young Living apart, is the fact that they are in control of all these processes, of making sure that in the plant form that these are clean, that in the harvesting section that they're clean, and the science and sustainability in every single step that they're testing, that they're third-party testing, that they're ensuring that when it meets our door, that it is as close to how nature intended it to be, so that we can use it safely and that we can be confident in using it and sharing it with our friends. So again, by replacing just a few products, we can definitely take control of our homes and make them definitely more healthy, chemical-free. You're already buying these products, soap, laundry detergent, household cleaners, right? So you may as well get your money, right? Get the plant-based products, save your money, get some stuff back. They're infused with these powerful benefits, right? That are only going to support our body systems and not damper them. So what if we took the money that we spent on the products that could be contributing to sickness and poor health? And what if we took those same dollars and put them back into investing in our health? What would that look like, right? So you have to kind of look at your own self and say, what are my goals? What are my goals with this? And what do I want to accomplish? And then move forward from there. Okay, these are my goals. And then whoever shared with you to come here today, you can say, okay, this is my goal. I want to clean up this area of my home. And they're going to tell you, this is the best way to do it. Okay. And spoiler alert, the premium starter kits are the best way to do that, because they're going to save you the most money. They're going to get you the most stuff for free. And then from there, you can decide what things are best for your home. Okay. All right. So that's where we're at. So with starting this journey, right? It's super easy that once you start with your premium starter kit, that's your gateway, that's your entry in, and you can choose from this Thieves line that we talked about tonight. You can choose from the premium starter kit with the oils that comes with the diffuser. You can choose from Ningxia Red, which is our amazing antioxidant drink that helps with sustainable energy and all sorts of like reducing oxidative stress, all sorts of goodness packed into that. There's a CBD starter kit. There is a makeup kit that right now is being revamped a little bit to make it even better. And there's even a welcome home kit that's temporarily available. So those are all the options. So again, reach out to the person that invited you to this class and they'll let you know, based on your family's needs, what would be the best, most economical package for you. And then you get to decide. So again, spending your money on plant-based products that support your health instead of like dampering all of our neurological systems, hormone systems, all that. Within 12 months, you will significantly reduce the impacts of toxic chemicals in your home. So these small changes, a little bit at a time, right? So you start with the starter set, and then each month you say, okay, this is what I was about to buy anyway. What can I switch over to? What can I, so this is not just about adding things to your home, but it's also about being wise and removing things that are not beneficial to your family from your home. Okay. Is that, I don't know why that's showing up twice, but big changes. I don't know why that's looking funny, sorry. But big changes start with small steps. So small daily steps are gonna get you. So sometimes we can start this lifestyle and we have like all these awesome stories right up front, right? I started with my first premium starter kit. I started using Peace and Calming every night, and my daughter was sleeping so much better than she had from 18 months to 3 years old, right? She was just having a much sounder sleep. It was amazing after that many months of just disruptive sleep and nightmares. So that was a big thing as a mom to come in and say like, wow, that was really awesome. So sometimes you're going to come in though, and you're going to, those little small changes are going to, then you're going to look back and say, wow, you know what? I do notice this shifted. I do notice this changed. I do notice I feel better. I do notice that, you know, my immune system is working a little bit better. So you can really impact someone's entire life with Young Living by making the world a safer place, by taking those small, simple changes. So definitely now is the best time ever. You're never going to look back on this and regret the investment that you can make with Young Living. So I'm going to show you really quick. I don't know why this is, again, how to get here. If you want to either review this, let me see if I can review this slideshow, or if you want to share it with somebody else. Okay, I'm going to talk you through it because it's being kind of funny because it's tricky to get in there. So if you go in and you log in to your virtual office, so youngliving.com, right? You're going to type in your, if you're a member. If you're not a member yet, then ask the person that shared this with you and they can help get you the presentation. But you're going to log in and then you're going to see, you know, your screen. So let me see if I can share again now that I'm out of there. Share. Okay, so you're going to be in your virtual office. And then from here on this left-hand side, hold on. Okay. Nope, it's still sharing the other one. I'm just going to talk you through it because it's sharing the wrong one. Okay. So when you're in your virtual office on the left-hand column, typically you see at the top, it'll say welcome back. You'll see on the left-hand column, you know, some reward points, your dashboard summary. You're going to go to the member resources tab. You want to write this down. And then under that, there's a thing or somebody wants to type it in the chat. So member resources, then you're going to go to YL Central. You're going to click the tab that says products. Then you're going to, under there, there's going to be, and you can check out all of these. I'm just showing you where this particular presentation is. You're going to click at home. So there's a ton of resources in your virtual office. So when you become a member with Young Living, there's so much support. There's so much support that, you know, you can tap into all of it, or as much or as little support as you want from your upline, directly from the company, everything. So once you click that at home tab, you click on Thieves. And then there's going to be a ton of little tabs that come up. And under the presentations heading, there's a thing that says Healthy Home Microcourse PPT. And that's where the PowerPoint is. So again, there's a ton of, things on the cough drops, on the lozenges, on the Dentrum. You can click into any of those. You can see graphics or shareables. They make it super simple for you to either learn more or to be able to share with friends, okay? And that's it. Thank you so much. So I'm going to turn it back over to Catherine. She's going to be opening up some question and answers. We threw a lot of stuff out at you. So again, if you have any questions, just reach out to whoever shared with you to be on here tonight. Thank you guys so much for coming on, for being with us, for dealing with our technical difficulties. And we're just, like Deb said, we're praying for you guys, and you know, we're all in this together. We're just hoping that we can move forward and have healthier, happier lifestyles as a result of this. So thank you again for joining.
All right, well, thanks, Jennifer. Excellent. And I'm just here to moderate the questions afterwards. If you have, Debbie just put in some nice DIY ingredients or recipes in the chat. So if you want to have a look at the chat, you'll see it there. If you'd like to click on the microphone and unmute yourself for questions, we will certainly take your questions and help you with some of that. If anybody has any comments that they'd like to make, go ahead and unmute yourself. This is now being recorded, but I can stop the recording.